Good morning. We gotta get some livestock moved today. We had the Highland cattle in this section. They ate it all down. They're locked back up into their main pasture. So we gotta remove. So we gotta take all of our fence posts down, turn it over, and get them onto a new paddock. We also gotta get Azalea and Harriet out. Harriet's kind of a little escape artist. We wanna get a little area for them to come out and Azalea to get some fresh grass. So there's lots of moving around today and the animals are gonna love being on fresh grass. So let's get some of these stakes picked up. We'll move that area over and then we'll get the Highlands back out. And we got some good grass coming in. We're fixing up the roadway. So that's gonna be nice. All right, we're gonna go right to here. We have one of our water lines here, so we can put our water trough here, keep the water line on the outside of the fence, and then when we're building our next pasture, we can do the same thing, keep this line, and then they can have this area. They can still have a water trough right here. Might want to come over here and mow this real quick, so that way we can, because we want two lines.
Yeah.
The Highland know what we're doing. They're ready. Perfect. Need more stakes.
How much are you going apart?
5 steps.
5 steps.
Roughly 15 feet. They're waiting and ready.
Are you ready?
It's not time yet, kiddos.
Last time they didn't want to come out. What do you think they're going to do this time?
Now they're waiting and ready.
They said, I know what's going to happen if I come out past that fence.
Right.
Oh.
They're excited for it now.
Somebody got a leak.
What am I on, the third one?
Yep.
All right, we power up the fence, then we'll let them in. We'll bring their water over after. Half and half. You gonna go out this time? Come on, kiddos.
Now you're gonna stare at it?
Come on. Over here. Really? All he wants to come out and now you're just gonna stand there?
He's got,
Let's
everybody's
go.
blocking him.
What's that?
Everybody's blocking him. Here he comes.
Walk around. Let's go. Tell him, move it or lose it. Come on, come on, come on. You coming? That's all you've wanted all morning. Let's go. No? Want a treat? Come on. Let's go. Come on, you want a treat?
Don't go back that way. Come this way.
You want a treat? Come on, that's how you do it. Come on. The cows were just out using this other pasture by themselves, constantly back and forth through this gateway. Can't believe they don't remember how to get out here. It's only been a couple of days. We put them back in here because we were getting a lot of rain, so. You're so close. There you go. I mean, I guess it's good. They're trained to the fence. They don't want to come through it. There you go. Go get the rest of the cows. Half and half. You coming? I'm gonna have to switch it up and put the gate down here. We just didn't have it down in the corner before. So I wanted to be able to come up with the tractor and get in and out. But the cows, once you get one out, they see all of them down there, so they don't want to go through this gate. I'm not even sure if half and half has been out here yet, because every time we saw her, she was always back in this pasture. So she might have never come out on fresh pasture. She just usually takes off and she'll go in the woods by herself and eat all the stuff that nobody else has been eating. So we'll see if she comes out or not this time.
You finally decided to join us?
I like hearing that noise. I gotta wash that out first. We would have loved to get the cows out sooner on fresh pasture, but it's been so wet and rainy here. We haven't wanted to put them out here because they're just gonna destroy it and they'll have less grass to eat. So we've had to hold off to get them on pasture, but now they're loving it. The grass is a little tall, but they're gonna love it and do good. So it's been a very wet year here in a lot of places this year for sure. Fresh grass and you're getting pampered country. Look at that.
You can go anywhere on the farm that you want, Hope, and that's where you choose.
Yep.
You're silly. What are you doing, Forrest?
Well, while we're in building pasture mode, we're gonna build an area for Azalea and Harriet to come out. Not sure if we'll let them out today, it's supposed to rain. And tomorrow we have our first vet check, so she won't be going out tomorrow right away. So I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna build an area so they can come out, they can go over there, they can get some good grass. Right, Forrest?
What?
Brutus coming over there. Coaxing her out with hay. We got her out of the gate, in the lane. I think we should be good. I'll drag that hay flake a little bit further and then we'll let her be. You made it there, half and half. You gotta go out to pasture and get the rest of them half and half. We like having the access to the woods for them so that way when they get hot, they can go back in the woods in the shade and cool off because they are a double hair coat animal like Brutus. They don't like the heat. They like it cool. So we wanna make sure they have plenty of shade to hang out in when they need to.
Forrest, you are hilarious. So which are your favorite posts?
The ones that we're not using that just have the pigtail for one wire.
That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get blown away.
All right, now that one's hot.
Something?
Yep, don't step on a cat.
Oh. I don't know, something about the old vintage
gates.
looking gate. I like it. Looks good with the nice finish that we put on the antique-y finish we put on the barn.
Right, matches everything. You're locked in, Fern.
I'm sure she can get out.
Don't tell her. This worked good last year. We won't put Azalea and Harriet out today, but when it's time for them to go out, we got a nice pasture for them. We put 2 things of electrical wire so that way we can train Harriet to it. The lower one is for her, so that way she'll learn electric fence. And then the Highland cattle, we had to do 2 on them because they're usually looking down. So if we probably just put 1 lower one in, we'd probably be fine, but we put 2 in and then we'll see how they do afterwards. Also, Country is a bull and Azalea might be going into heat soon, so I want to make sure that he's contained over there and he doesn't try to get to Azalea already.
Fern got out.
Oh man, I guess that gate doesn't work.
Forrest, that's not for you. Come on. Forrest.
Gonna head out and bring the hay rake tonight, get that offloaded, and then we just got the mower and the tedder. I'm kind of thinking that the mower and the tedder we can put on the trailer all in one load, so that's why I'm bringing this over tonight. And then tomorrow I'm gonna try getting the mower and the tedder on in one shot, and that'd be nice if we could. The tedder's not very long and the mower itself isn't either, so my goal is I'll load the mower on first as high up as I can and then I'll measure it, see how much more room we have left, then I can tilt the deck and then we can get the tedder on, or maybe vice versa. We'll see. We'll have to figure it out in the morning. Let's get this load down the road. It'll be an interesting ride, and then we'll worry about that in the morning. We got all of them out here on pasture. You liking it there, Country? Country. We got the vet coming today to check on Azalea and the calf. So we're not gonna let them out because they'll be a pain to get in when we need them. We're not exactly sure what time the vet's coming, so they'll have to stay in today, and then tomorrow we'll get them out on pasture. I goofed up. I got the rakes going the wrong direction-ish. So if you leave them this way, it'll work. It'll sweep the grass, but it won't kick it and flip it. So we're gonna take these off and put these rakes over there so that the teeth are facing the other direction. And then that way it'll also kick the hay up. So it'll take the hay that's on the bottom and flop it over on the top. Or if we leave it this way, they won't. So we gotta take all of these off and put them on that side, and all of those gotta come off and go over here. All right, we're gonna take this off and go over here. I'm just gonna set it over here for now, because then it'll be going this way. What's the matter? Did you get a little dirty?
Now you owe me a shirt.
Now she knows why my clothes always look the way they do.
Yeah.
So now that we got this all right, we can fold it up and we can bring it over to the hayfield. All right, everything's locked in position. Let's get it out to the hayfield. The grass is tall. It's a little wet by, maybe. It's time to go to seed, so it's getting right there. But we haven't had the weather to do any haying. And right now it's raining. That's why we're not haying today. Hopefully tomorrow we can start. That is the goal. So I gotta figure out the best place to park this. This is over here. And then we can get the truck over here and get the mower over here and get that unloaded. Well, we definitely got some grass to mow.
Now we just need it to stop raining.
Yep, it's a good problem to have though. All right, let's leave this here and we'll get the mower and get that over here next. Look at all that nice clover and timothy grass. This is gonna make some nice hay. All right, I goofed up again, guys, but this is one of the reasons why I love assembling everything and learning how everything works. Some of our tines are on backwards. They're not going the right direction, so we gotta take them off and flop them around. Super easy to do. There's one bolt, one nut, and a little locking shim. So we'll take those off, we'll spin them around where we'll need to, and we'll get everything working back the way it needs to be. The best thing is I never knew this before, so it's something new I learned. So now I know when I ever break a tine on anything, how they work.
Well, we just had the vet come out and do a vet check. We had it scheduled for after Azalea to have the calf. And she said Azalea is looking really, really good. And she's excited to see how she's looking. And so we're very happy with that. And she said Harriet is looking very good as well. And everything looks great. So we're really happy with that. And then everybody else on the farm is looking good too. So we had a good vet check, and that's what we were hoping for.
She is very curious to see what Harriet looks like as she grows up, being the Highland Jersey cross. She thinks it's gonna be a really cool looking calf. She loves the look of her right now, and she just made a cross of her own with one of her jerseys. So she's excited to see what hers looks like and what Harriet looks like throughout the season. So it'll be interesting to see how she looks. And she does think that she is hairy like the Highlanders right now. So it's gonna be cool to see what kind of coat she gets. There, we got them all done, facing the right way. All right, there. Now I know which way is the right way and why it needs to be the way it needs to be. It needs to be that way so the spring coils are uncoiling as we're going through and not binding up, if that makes sense. So every other drum spins the opposite direction, so that way it'll throw the hay out the way it needs to be. So yeah, once we have it and we're using it, I think it'll make more sense to everybody that's never seen one of these or used a tedder before. They're kind of cool. All right, now that we have the tedder straightened out, we need to load the mower on. The mower's over there. I just put the trailer on. So let's get this loaded up, and then we can get the mower over there, because the goal is tomorrow to start mowing. That's what we're hoping for. I'm hoping we are done with the rain and that it'll be dry enough in the morning to do some mowing. So we'll get all the equipment over there and then stop making some hay. All right, let's go bring the mower over. We'll get that unloaded, and that'll be another piece of the puzzle at the hayfield. We still gotta get the tedder over there. That'll be next. That's some nice grass. I just did a little test mowing while we dropped it off. Yep. We are gonna be busy. That's for sure. We tested it. There's a few adjustments I'm gonna have to make. I can make those in the morning. I wanna bring over the tedder and do a few more things before it rains again tonight. Hoping we don't get any rains. We can help dry this out. I am pumped. The grass is looking good. I wanted to mow everything that I had packed down earlier when I got up here, so this way we kind of have like a little landing strip to work, and I'm happy with it so far. It's looking good. I'm gonna have to make sure I remember to bring some spare knives and the tool to change out the knives just in case I hit anything, but it is looking good. Hoping the weather is good. We're gonna have some good views, guys. The next few days, we're gonna be busy. This is going to be our office. So yeah, I am excited. Let's head on back to the homestead and get a few more things done. Hope you guys are as excited as I am. This is where we're gonna end this video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. I'm a little nervous about the next one, guys. I've never done any haying, and we got a lot of grass we gotta cut and get on the ground, rake, rake, and bale. So none of it I've ever done. Follow along on this journey and see how we do, because I'm sure we're gonna have a few hiccups. That's how life goes. It makes it part of the adventure. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.